welcome you all to my open learning point. This is the lecture of physics science and lecture number 3. So topic is motion in straight line and I am in Raknande to let you learn. Okay, so let's continue. So before go to detail, we have to know what mean by the motion. Okay, motion is basically the state of object. Motion is a change of position of object with respect to the time. When any object is changing its position with respect to time, then we can say it is in motion. Now, what mean by the linear motion? Need to be known. So, the motion in a straight line or the path is called the linear motion. Basically, it also called the motion in a straight line. So, to deal this linear motion or the motion in straight line, because of its linear quality, we need only the two coordinate to deal with. Okay, any of x, y, y, z or zx is enough to deal with this all. Okay, so this is basically the quantity where actually we are this is a subject where actually we are considering only the position and its related concern, like how speed is changing its position and how they actually this object actually move like that. So we are not considering how much mass it contains and how much force applied on object because of its move. So we are just leaving this. Okay, so now the terms come the distance. Okay, in Hindi it's called the duri. Okay, so distance is a length of path or the route covered by object during its movement on a particular time. Okay, basically distance is basically we can say is just a length of a path when any object is moving, then how much length is covered during its movement on a particular time is called this distance. Okay, uh, because of its only length quality, we can say it's on its scalar quantity. We need only the magnitude, not the direction. So it is very easy to learn. Okay. Now next term called the displacement. Okay. In Hindi it's called the Visthapan. Okay. So displacement is basically the shortest length or the shortest path distance of starting and ending point of object in the motion. Okay. So basically we can say when any object is moving, okay, let's suppose it is moving in a circular path. Okay, and its starting path is this one and its ending path is this one. Okay, so now the what will be the displacement here? The displacement will be the starting and ending points. We are we are joining this to get the shortest path. So this arrow will be the shortest path and the length of this will be the displacement. So basically here the direction thing is come because the starting ending point we are directing this by this row. So this quantity basically is a vector quantity. Okay, because here uh, here basically one minute. This is vector quantity, so it's need magnitude and direction both. Okay, both are equally important to consider. The magnitude of displacement may or may not be equal to the length of path traversed by the object. I already told you that it need the shortest path from the ending starting to ending object. So the length cover will always be less than or equal to the will be always greater than or equal to the displacement. We can say the displacement will be always lesser than or equal to the length or path covered by the object during its movement. Okay, so okay, let's so next go to the next one. So what you mean by the frame of reference? This is important. The XYZ coordinate with time or clock reference. This arrangement is called the frame of reference. Okay. Basically, we are dealing the coordinate with the time. That is how actually the position on a particular coordinate is changing with the time, and this particular arrangement is called the frame of reference. Okay. Here in below, actually we can say you can view this like the x coordinate is changing with the time. So we are defining only the one coordinate here. So this arrangement is called the frame of reference. Okay. Now if object is changing position with respect to time in any of coordinate, it's called the state of motion. Okay. We can also define the motion in this way also. If any object is changing position with respect to the time in any of coordinate, is called the state of motion. It may be one coordinate and maybe a set of coordinate like x, y, or maybe the x, y, z also. Okay. So now that uh, now the topic that how its magnitude and direction is concerned on the displacement need to be known. Okay. The magnitude of object is positive or negative in a displacement represents its direction. Okay. Let's suppose object is moving on the x coordinate only. Okay. So here is basically what let suppose 0 is origin, we can say this is starting point. Okay, it's a value, let it is 0. So if it object is going on the positive x direction, like it go to the q, then its value of displacement will be plus uh, 240. On if we consider the object which start from the 0, or we can say O, if it go on the negative x direction up to the r, then its value of displacement will be the minus 120. Okay. So if displacement is on the positive x direction, the value of displacement is positive, and if displacement is on the negative x direction, okay, if it's a negative x direction, then the value of displacement will be negative. Okay. Now the terms speed and velocity need to be known. Okay. Speed actually you can say this is in Hindi is known as chal, and velocity is known as the velocity. Okay. Veg is known as veg. Okay. Basically the speed is actually the distance covered in a unit time by an object is called the speed. Okay. Basically when any object how speedily is changing means how in units time how much distance is covered is known as its a speed. Okay. So its formula is distance divided by time taken. Okay. Whatever distance is covered divided by the its time taken. Okay. It is basically a scalar quantity. Okay. Now the velocity. Okay. Velocity of object uh, is basically is a displacement, uh, how much displacement is covered on a unit time is called this velocity. Basically how much is displaced in unit time is called the velocity in easy way. Okay. It is an vector quantity, so it need direction as way to define. Okay. Magnitude and direction both are important. Now what mean by the uniform motion? Okay. When any object actually move with a particular velocity, that is uh, in a particular time. Okay. So it's a displacement, it sorry, when any object move with a uniform velocity, that is in a particular time, its displacement is always similar. We can say the if velocity is uniform, then the whatever displacement covered in the particular time, it will be same on all time. Okay. So during its movement, uh, whatever actually we are concerning its movement, so it's called the uniform motion. Basically when object is displaced with same displaced with the same amount. Okay. In a, all time. Okay. If 1 second is displaced, like here it is given in 5 seconds it displaced 10 centimeter, then another 5 seconds it will be displaced only 10 centimeter only. Okay. So it actually keep its displacement always same. So this type of movement is called the uniform motion. Okay. So now we need to know the position time graph on the frame of reference. Okay. Basically when actually we are defining the position, okay, with respect to the time, so this called the position time graph. Okay. So basically when object is stationary, let's suppose E. Okay. Here Actually, what object is stationary? We can say if position is on 40 at the start 0, then it's the same for all because it's not changing its position. You can say it is a stationary object. Now second one, if or you can say it is in rest. Second one, that is B. Here actually the object is in uniform motion. Okay. So what happen displacement is here, actually it's changing similar with time. Okay, anytime it's actually displaced same amount of displacement, or we can say the position change taken, whatever position changes, it's same for all time. So it is a linear, it form the linear curve on the position time graph for the uniform motion. Okay, now the terms average velocity come. Okay, it is defined as the change in the position or the displacement divided by the time interval. Okay, in a particular displacement. Okay, let's suppose whatever uh, here actually it represent by the v bar. Okay, it is equal to the whatever the last position, that is x2 minus starting position x1. So we are getting by this the displacement. Okay, overall displacement divided by the time taken. At the starting time is t1 and the ending time is t2. So t2 divided by t1, we will get the difference of time, whatever time is taken. Okay, so its value will be equal to del t, that's the difference of the position, or you can say the displacement, and divided by the time taken. So this is called the average velocity. Average velocity, we can say that we are calculating the whatever the average amount of velocity it actually have during its movement. Okay, so basically it's a change of the displacement. Okay, change of the position. Okay, change of position, or we can change of position is basically known as the displacement basically. So what in particular time is called the velocity, average velocity. Now here is a graph about the how actually the various movement. Okay, let object is moving with a positive velocity. We can say the positive velocity means uh, in a, actually this all thing is concerned on the uniform motion basically. So here basically if object is moving with a positive velocity. Okay, so it's a value of position, whatever position is there x, it will be changing with the time. Okay, if velocity is negative, okay, say it moving on the negative direction, it's going toward the origin. So basically with the time its value will get lower and lower. Okay, so here is a is a graph with concern with the positive velocity, with positive velocity, and second b is a graph with a negative velocity, a third one is the velocity with zero velocity. We can say it is in rest position. I have already told you the position is in actually same for all time. So basically this is a graph of the rest. Now what mean by the average speed? Okay, average speed is defined as the total path length traveled by the object by a particular time interval during its movement. Okay, so basically average velocity defined as the total path length, whatever path is covered, divided by the total time taken. Okay, whatever time interval was there, so its total time. So its unit will be the meter per second, because of meter is for the length and the second is for the time. Same unit will be for the uh, average velocity also. Okay, so here the total path length will be always greater than or equal to the displacement. So average speed will be always greater than or equal to the average velocity. Okay, so here I have given some homework, we can say some exercise. Uh, Suppose here is a path. Okay, an object travels from the O and is going on the, we can say, rectangular path. Okay, rectangular is go to the 10 centimeter O to P, then 25 centimeter P to Q, then Q to R 10 centimeter. Okay, total, because of this rectangle behavior, this will be same and this will be same. Okay, so 1 minute. So here basically it's a exercise. Okay, so what actually the problem is to find the velocity and the speed of object, okay, that go from the O to R in a 5 second. Okay, so this is an exercise, you have to try this by your own, because actually I have told you the formula, like speed is equal to the distance divided by the time, and the velocity is equal to the displacement divided by the time. So you have try your own once. Okay, if you are getting this easily, then it's good, or you can go to the next. I'm going to the next one. Okay, it's a solution. Okay? So here actually same problem is there. I have written once again, and here actually same thing is there. So here is actually during this O2 OPQR movement, what will be the displacement? You can say del x will be equal to the OR. OR basically is a 25 centimeter. Okay, this is the displacement because this is shortest route. And second thing, OPQR during this moment, what will be the distance? That will be that it can be denoted as D. Uh, it will be equal to the 10, then 25, then 10. Okay, so this will be equal to the 45. Now the time taken is same for both. If you will going for the velocity and speed, the time will be the same. So this is a 5 second. Now the velocity is equal to the displacement. We can say del x divided by time taken, that is equal to del t. So 25 by 5, that will be equal to 5 centimeter per second, and the speed will be equal to the d divided by del t, that is equal to the uh, d is distance. So 45 divided by time taken 5, that is equal to the 9 centimeters. So here speed is always, here speed is get always not, because here actually speed is greater than velocity. Okay, now the terms instantaneous velocity and instantaneous speed. Okay, to measure the how fast object is moving at a particular time is measured with the help of the instantaneous velocity or speed. Okay, velocity v at a particular instant, like let it is a t, defined as the instantaneous velocity. Its derivation is like uh, instantaneous velocity v will be equal to the, we are taking the limit of del t is just equal to the 0. We can say the, we are taking the in a shortest time interval. Okay, as much as possible. So we are taking it interval as a 0 is about to 0. Then uh, its velocity del x divided by del its velocity will be del x by del t in a shortest interval. Okay, so this actually define the instantaneous velocity. Okay, so basically this one is a basically a differentiation. Okay, so v is equal to the dx divided by dt. Basically we can differentiate the position, or we can say displacement, with respect to the time, then we will get the instantaneous velocity. Likewise, instantaneous speed is only the magnitude of the instantaneous velocity. Okay, basically instantaneous velocity have the magnitude and then uh, in the its direction both. Okay, but instantaneous speed is always the having always the magnitude which is equal to the instantaneous velocity magnitude. Okay, so thanks for watching this lecture. I think it's go long. So now I will continue then another topic like accelerations and the accelerative motions and the related concerns on the next lecture. So please like, okay, share and subscribe this channel for the future lecture. And thanks a lot. Okay, thank you.